Guys, it's me, Janet Jacob, your Superstar Director. I wanted to just do a quick little video to introduce myself to you. A lot of you I've not had the pleasure of meeting, and very few of you I was able to meet when we came over to Australia in November. And what a fun and thrilling experience that was for me. And I wanted to thank you, again, those of you who opened up your homes and just allowed us to come in and to share Scentsy with you and your family and your friends. Thank you. That really meant so much to me. I was in awe of your willingness to just open your house to a stranger and to have this meeting about a product that, you know, was unknown at the time. I still am in awe when I think about all the generosity and the generous things that each one of you did back in November. And for those of you that I've not had the pleasure of meeting, I really wanted to welcome you to the Scentsy family, and I hope that you're having a fantastic time with the start of your business. There's so much in store, and it's so exciting to see all of the things that you're accomplishing and to see all of the growth of your team and the sales that you're doing and just the awareness that you guys are getting out of Scentsy into Australia. It's really exciting to see the growth. I know each one of us start Scentsy. We own our own business for a different reason. Every single one of us have a different reason why we wanted to join, and we all have different expectations or different hopes out of what we want our business to do. And that's what I love about this business, is that you can make it exactly what you want it to be. Just a little bit about me. I'm Canadian, but I married an American, so we live here in the US. And 7 years ago, my husband took a job transfer to a different state. We had lived in Idaho, and he took a job transfer to Colorado. And so we were kind of living apart, trying to sell. I was trying to sell the house, and he was, you know, working at his new location. And it just kind of stunk. We had had our third child, and I just didn't want to be separated anymore. I wanted us to be together, and so we decided to just leave our house in Idaho and try to sell it and purchase a home in Colorado. And as we were driving down there and moving all of our belongings down there, we'd stopped at my sister's house in Utah, and she had the most amazing fragrance. That when she opened the door, I just was about knocked over with how good her house smelled. So I asked her what this was, and she went and she showed me this product, the Scentsy product, and I had to have one. I thought it was the most genius thing. After having my little children around candles, they were just like little moths to that flame, and it scared me so bad that I just kept shelving my candles up higher. So I had these really expensive candles that I couldn't use because I was too scared, because my children were just so attracted to the candle that it was just so dangerous. And so we couldn't use candles in our home, but I liked to have a good smelling home. So when I saw Scentsy, I just thought, this is amazing. This is something I have to have. And I was just a firm believer in it, and I was absolutely in love with the product. But months later, I realized I needed to help out our family situation. We still had not sold our home in Idaho, so we were making 2 mortgage payments, 2 sets of utilities, and it was really draining on us. And so I thought, you know, I need to really help out my family, but I was not willing to leave my children to daycare. And so I really didn't want to go back to teaching school. And looking at all of the part-time work, I didn't want to have to work to somebody else's schedule. I really wanted to have my family time first, and then to be able to work. And so I thought of Scentsy. And up to that time, I was not a fan of direct sellers. I never wanted to be involved in a company. I didn't really even enjoy going to parties very much. I enjoyed socializing with my friends, but I didn't like how pushy and the high pressure of buying the products at the parties were. So I kind of had a really negative image of what direct sales was. But I thought, you know, this is a product that I absolutely believe in. I don't feel like I have to push it on anyone, because I feel like most people can see the value in this product. And I thought, you know, it's a low commitment to start out with, and if anything else, if I don't sell anything, at least I can buy my own products and I can get, you know, a discount at it, because at the time I was buying from a consultant I really didn't know in Utah. So I thought to myself, you know what, I am just going to give this a try. And I had told my husband, I said, this is this is what I'm going to do, but I'm only going to do it until we sell our house. The moment we sell our house in Idaho, I'm done. I'm going to just quit. I'm not going to sell to anybody, but I'll probably just keep it, and just so that I can, you know, feed my own addiction with it. And then I told him what I hope to get out of this is to sell enough so that I can make $400 a month. And that was my goals, just because I wanted to help out with a set of utilities, you know, for our house that we weren't even living in. I couldn't even commit to earning enough money to help make a mortgage payment because I was terrified of actually having to make this direct sales business work. So I thought, you know, I'm comfortable enough to try to earn $400. That would be me going out and doing about 4 parties a month. So if I did a party a week, I think I could make $400. So he was all for it. He really supported me, and out I went. So the first 18 months of my business, I really focused on just sales. And I will tell you, I was completely uncomfortable. I was honestly probably one of the worst consultants that have ever been. I was terrified. I've never been to a Scentsy party. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And I was completely embarrassed about my situation of absolutely needing money. So I really was not good at all. But what I was finding at my parties is that people were placing great orders. People were loving the product. People were asking me to join my team without me even having to ask them, or, you know, to ask them for the sales or ask them if they were interested in joining the team. So what I found was, it's not me that they're attracted to. They're attracted to Scentsy. There's something real about this business and about this product. And so after 18 months of being in the business, Scentsy was having a convention. And I told my husband, I was like, I have to be there. And I had a 7-week-old baby then even. And I said, there's just something that I have to be at this convention for. And so I went, and it was there listening to Orville and Heidi that I had my amazing aha moment of what this business really represented and what this business could really be. And so I came away from that business and I told my husband, I said, I have a new goal. I'm going to actually work this as a business, and I'm going to be able to allow you to quit your job. He was in retail, and the hours just kind of stank. That's how retail hours are. It was a good job, and it paid really well, but I wanted more family time. I wanted us to be in control of the schedule, and so that was my goal. And he said, well, great, you go for it. And I believed that he thought that I could do it. And years later, as we were getting really close to our goal and talking about when he can start retiring, we were sitting on the beach in the Dominican Republic, where we had just earned an all-expense-paid trip free thanks to Scentsy. And he leans over to me and he says, do you remember that time when you told me that you were going to allow me to quit my job? You're going to try to build this business. And I said, well, of course I do. And I thought this whole time he was right behind me, supporting me, believing in me. And he turned to me and he said, you know what? I thought you were completely nuts. It's like, I thought you were completely crazy, that there was absolutely no way that that was ever going to be a possibility. He goes, but you believed it so much. I didn't know how to hurt your feelings and to tell you that you were crazy. And so he said, I did the only thing I could think of doing, and that was I went out and I bought you a laptop so that you could have your own business computer and you could really work it. And he said, he goes, I was wrong. He said, I couldn't foresee this being a business and this growing. And I am happy to say that he has been able to be a stay-at-home dad and a full-time Scentsy partner with me since October of 2012. So those dreams that you have, they will come true. And if somebody would have told me when I first joined that I'd be able to have my husband quit his job and to be able to work this full time, I would have laughed. In fact, I would have probably ran the other way, because I would have thought they were just lying to me, that they were, you know, trying to sell me something that was not a possibility. But I'm here to tell you that your dreams can come true. That any goal that you set with Scentsy, as long as you don't give up and you just keep trying, you are going to succeed. and everybody has a different path. It took me a good 18 months to realize what the opportunity I had in my hands at that time. But during that 18 months, and I'll be honest, there were many times at that beginning stage where I wanted to quit, where I thought, oh, this isn't worth it for $400, because I was so uncomfortable. I was so out of my element, being at parties and trying to get sales and going to retail groups and just going to businesses and trying to share the opportunity and sharing the products with people. It really took me outside of my comfort zone, and there was many times in those beginning stages that I thought, I just want to quit. There's something better that I could be doing. Or else when I'd meet rejections, when I'd have parties and no one would come up, it really took a toll on me. But every time I thought of quitting, I thought, there's no way, there's no chance I can give up on myself yet. I've got to be able to do this. I've got to prove to myself that I can do this, because I believe in the product. The product was amazing, and I needed to show myself that I could do it. So luckily, I pushed through all of those uncomfortable stages and all of those times I wanted to give up. So I don't, just to share that with you, because I know that we're going to have many ups and many downs in our businesses. It's not fun when you do go to a party and it's just you and the hostess. But I will tell you, many times, well, that's happened to me many times actually, but each time when I tell the hostess, just call a couple of your friends. Who of your friends were most excited that you're going to have a party? Just call them and tell them that you're going to be closing your party soon. You don't have to tell them that nobody showed up. And every single one of those parties has been able to have a qualifying order with outside orders, just because life is busy, people get busy, and that's just the nature of our business, that not everybody can always show up at the same time. But if you believe in your product and if you believe in your opportunity, you're going to be able to succeed. So I just wanted to share that little information with you and a little tidbit about me, so you know my story, and I want you to be able to believe in your story. So I want you, if you haven't already done it, is to think about, why did you join? What is it that you hope to get from this business? Now, maybe some of you hope for an immediate monthly income like I did at the beginning, or maybe some of you have a long-term goal that you want to achieve. And if it's a long-term goal, that's fantastic. And I want you to think of, what can I be doing each month that's going to help me get to that long-term goal? Now, you guys are in such an exciting time. The growth of Australia, the way Australia is responding to the Scentsy products, it's absolutely so fun to see. You guys have an amazing opportunity ahead of you to still share Scentsy. It's still so brand new. There's so much growth, and there's so much opportunity for you to share the products and to get the products out into people's hands, and a lot of teaching moments of explaining what Scentsy is. So for each of you, I hope that you understand what it is that you want from Scentsy, and then to build a plan of how can you do that. What is it going to take? How many parties do I need to do, or how many people do I need to contact? And growing of your team. And if many of you, maybe you are like me and think, oh, I don't want to grow a team, because I certainly never did. I had no intention of growing a team. I simply just was in it for sales. Those first 18 months was all about sales for me. In fact, when I had people ask if they could join my team, I certainly let them and I helped them, but I had no concept of why building a team would be beneficial for me and for even my downline when they were asking if they should let people join their team too. I didn't understand how it would really help them as well until I went to that first Scentsy convention, and I saw the benefit of building a team and sharing the Scentsy opportunity with other people. So whether you are in it casually, or if you really want to build this full time, I would suggest sharing the opportunity with everyone. Even if you really have no intention of building the team, just simply because you could really be blessing the lives of others. I think, what would I have done if I had not had Scentsy in my life? If I didn't know that I could have joined Scentsy, the girl that I bought, my Scentsy from, she just said, why don't you join? You could join. And I immediately turned her down. But 3 months later, it was exactly the answer that I needed. And even though she lived far away from me, I still joined with her. So simply just share that opportunity with people. You'll never know whose life really needs it and at what time they need it at. This video is kind of running a little bit longer than I hoped, so thank you for taking the time to watch it. I'm so thrilled for all that you are accomplishing. What I want to do is I want to be able to be of more help to all of you. I know you all have fantastic sponsors, and I want you to be able to use them, but also to know that you can come to me as well. So I would like to do something special for all of the consultants in Australia, just in my division. And there's within my group I have other superstar directors, but within our division I want to keep our Australian consultants together so that we can kind of network together. I think there's nothing greater than bouncing ideas off of each other and sharing successes and sharing stories and seeing what works and what doesn't work with our business. So I would love for each of you, if you're not already on our group Facebook page, to join our group Facebook page. It's consultants from all over the world sharing ideas, asking questions, getting ideas. But I would also like to have an Australia only page where we can really network and really zero in and focus on what you in Australia really needs. And also I want to do just fun challenges just directly just for you as well. So I hope each one of you will take the time and to join our Facebook page, and thank you again for taking the time, and I'm so excited for each one of you. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.